Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking for Hump Day, Wednesday the 1st of May. 1st of May, there we go, already into the 5th month. How quickly does it go? Who listened to their parents when they told them that? Oh, very nice, you can throw that at me anytime, 10 of Cups. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I'm hoping to be back in a routine by this weekend, so I'll get your monthly videos up for May and also your normal weekly ones. So hopefully we're all back in order this week. We lost somebody in our family and it's been a little hard to adjust. So we're all sort of getting to a point where things are still in motion, but we've sort of come to terms a little bit more with the grief. So anyway, I'm not going to sit in that. Moving on. I have booked the next Facebook Live for the 19th of May. The last one was so good and everybody loved it. I had such good feedback on it. I know I didn't get to everybody, so I'm going to get the people who haven't got a reading this time to do something different so I can make sure I get round to everybody. So that's 9 o'clock Australian time on the 19th of May. You will have to go across and join my Facebook page at the Aussie Goddess. There was something else I was going to bring up, but I can't remember what it was now. Anyway, let's get on with the reading. Radiant Rider-Waite, and look what we have coming out. Beautiful start to our day. So this is about a brand new start in love. The cups represent love, and this is the first one. So you're about to embark on something brand new here. Something is being offered. This is an offer from the universe, so something that's being divinely guided to you. The Four of Pentacles is coming behind this, and the first thing I want to say to you is don't be blocked off that you don't actually see what's coming at you. Sometimes we're a little blind to seeing what is actually being offered. This can be because of our past hurts, past mistakes, our old and outdated beliefs about ourselves. But when I see this, I think don't be closed off to something because you've got your heart closed here. You may not recognize what's being offered. There may be a decision you have to make around this as well, a decision that may be a little hard to make. I sort of feel when I look at this, it's like it's possible you could have closed out this person previously and not really thought about the possibilities with a person because you're making a decision here. Yeah, okay, this is really interesting here. This almost feels to me like you've either pushed somebody out or blocked someone because you felt that they weren't respecting your boundaries. And the decision here is whether to let go of that and accept love from them. So you could have had some sort of experience with someone that you didn't move forward on because you didn't trust what was being offered here. Very interesting. Okay, Seven of Swords. Yep, for sure. Okay, so some of you may have had some sort of encounter. You may have started a relationship with someone. You may have had some sort of encounter with someone that you didn't trust where it was coming from. Sometimes this can be, you know, your own ideas, traditional ideas about how relationships should be. And you may have pushed someone away at some stage or another, not trusting where they were coming from. And the universe is saying, you know, is it possibly an earth sign here? So we have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This person is very grounded, very natural, very down to earth. I'm trying to get this energy here. It's almost like you felt really, really comfortable with this person, but they may have pushed at something that sort of, or done something that made you distrust them. It's like you weren't sure about this person and you've walked away from them and they're actually coming in. Look, you've got a brand new passionate start here with this Ace of Wands. Somebody's coming in to make you an offer that you may have had some sort of issue or problem with in the past. Five of Swords here. You could have even had an altercation with this person. Could be that they tried to push you too fast into a relationship and it didn't feel right. It could be that they did something early in the relationship to make you think that they weren't being genuine. Very interesting. Okay, so here's the offer here, and it is something stable. It is something coming with the Knight of Pentacles, so it is a little slow. Very slow. Oh, we have the Page of Pentacles here as well. So this is some sort of gift from the universe here for being patient, waiting. This person may have turned around a little bit here. How funny that we get the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. So we're going from slow movement to very quick movement. So I'll see why that is when we put a couple more cards down. This is about stability here. And being closed off and unable to move forward because you're overthinking something here. Five of Wands coming out here. There's a lot of conflict around this. A lot of conflict and a lot of unsureness. Like, let's just go back to the beginning. It's a very different reading. So there's an offer of love coming through, but you're closed off to it. And there is a decision on whether you move forward and work on this because of boundaries. Someone may have pushed your boundaries when you first met them. You know how sometimes people sort of don't respect your space, or, you know, perhaps treat you a little disrespectfully. They may have done something when you first met them to make you feel that they weren't real. Look, I sort of get that a little bit. You know, sometimes people don't have good boundaries and they do try to push you into doing things that you're not ready for. And I feel like something like that has happened with this person previously. And now they're coming back in to show you some sort of love here, and it's real love, but you don't trust it because maybe they didn't do the right thing the first time around. It doesn't mean that you had a relationship with them. It could have been that they just did something. I'm trying to think of an example, and you know, I've done the same thing where I've met someone and they've done something a little sleazy when you first meet them, and you go, wow, that person's really sleazy and I don't want anything to do with them. And then a little bit further down the track, you find out they're not like that at all. They're actually quite genuine. It was just your time, your thinking, your prior thoughts, you know, the way you'd been taught, whatever it was, had impacted you the first time you met them, and you didn't get a true representation of the person they were bringing to you. It's almost like that has happened. And now they're coming back to offer you something real. Now, the other thing that could have happened too is you could have let your boundaries down and let this person in, and then realised that they weren't for you and pushed them away. But there's an earth sign here trying to make their way back to you with a lot of love. And they've done something in the past for you to think that they don't have your best interest at heart. But they're coming in now. The universe is bringing them back in. And I feel like even though there was a lot of conflict in the past and you were perhaps a little bound by this conflict, what's coming in now is very stable. It's full of love. It's a brand new passionate start for you. And this person's bringing something beautiful in for you this time. So either they've had a change of heart, or, like many of us, they've worked on themselves and they've got it. Now, up until recently, I used to think people couldn't change, not in a substantial way. I was a little closed-minded to the whole idea of people changing. But I've had two experiences in the last couple of months where I have seen someone genuinely change what they thought or what I thought they were. So they have made the effort, one of them in their marriage, they have made the effort to study, get counselling, and really try to understand their own, this is a man by the way, tried to understand their own childhood and the impact it had on them. Now, when I go back to how this man was before, I think there was absolutely no way to change someone who was really quite narcissistic. So I was very, very stuck in my psychological view of, narcissists are always narcissists, same as child abusers, same as pedophiles. It's something ingrained in them that they cannot change. But I have seen this man turn this around, and it's not been an act. It's been a genuine effort for him to move into this new space. And because of this, I've changed my view. I also saw it with someone who'd committed a major crime. Now, I know people go, oh yeah, they're just putting on an act. I'm telling you, genuinely, these people have turned their lives around. So only 2, so it doesn't happen a lot. But it made me realise that perhaps sometimes, like all of us, we're stuck in this pattern of thinking that people can't change. And now I've realised that I was making a judgment based in my own ideas. So for people watching this, if you're going to turn around and go back to a narcissist and have a horrible time, that's not what I'm after here. What I'm after is just to say to you that sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes we're not as intuitive, insightful as we should be. The card that's come out for you here is plain, and it says the journey is indicated either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become full. So I don't know who this person is coming back to say they've changed, but it really looks like there is something you need to listen to here. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. The Ace of Cups can be any relationship where love is involved. But this person is bringing a gift to you. They've somehow changed how they've done things. They've opened up. They've awakened themselves. And they're here to offer you something. I feel like you had perhaps a little bit of conflict with them in the past, but maybe you need to listen because this person really has changed. I'm not saying everybody's going to change. Please don't go on and say, I'm not going back to a narcissist. I don't care. You do what you need to do. I'm saying for some of you here, there's some sort of change with this person. You don't have to take them back. You don't have to, accept them back into your life. But just listen. Just have a little listen because I think they've done their own awakening. Have a great day, everyone.